Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join three Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers!
Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. This is Kelly.
And this is Lori. And Kelly has been very ill, so she has a very squeaky little voice.
Oh my God, I got hit with some kind of virus, man. I was down for days.
Horrible.
I'm just crawling back out of it. Not crawling fast at all.
Yeah, no. And not crawling well either. But at least you are crawling, so.
Yeah. So we're going to go through Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 12, First Amendment Rights and Wrongs. And we're going to do this as quickly as possible.
So Kelly can go to bed.
Yeah. Wendy has a work function, so she will not be with us tonight. But she and cousin Gina covered Potomac the other night, so I didn't have to.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a huge help because I couldn't.
Yeah, it's just not happening. Right. So we start out with Bronwyn the sloth picks up Todd father from the airport.
Yeah,
one of her inflatable outfits.
Didn't you think we were gonna pick up at the bench with Meredith and Brittani? Like I didn't realize that's all we were gonna see in that conversation. But we saw last week, like that's all we're getting.
Well, I think it's indicative of the whole situation. There's not much to get. You know, the more after this episode, the more I thought about it, I don't think it's a matter of Meredith not remembering. I think she remembers extremely well.
For sure.
Everything that happened. I think that she's not fessing up to it for obvious reasons.
Right.
Legal, her job, HR, like she's just not gonna.
And also the fact that she doesn't share anything with us. So why would she share that side of her self?
Yeah.
We know nothing about the real Meredith. And we never will, as long as
right.
she's on this show. I can't believe she's still on this show. She brings nothing to it.
Well, there you go. So, but I think that's her gig. I think she's just going to deny. And I think the girls looking at it from another perspective, and they feel like she's gaslighting them. And I'm sure to them it feels like that. But I don't think I'm not defending Meredith, but I'm just saying that's not necessarily her intention. I'm not saying she has good intentions, but her intentions are to just deny the whole thing. But
and the fact that she gets away with it. Production knows what happened. Production knows very well what happened. So if the other ladies have a problem with anyone, they should have a problem with the producers because they're the ones hiding what Meredith did. Of course, Meredith's going to deny it.
Right.
Yeah, but Bronwyn dressed as the sloth, I mean.
She's a kook.
She really is. It's such an interesting thing that she does that she wears these costumes.
Mm-hmm.
I really wonder if she always did this or if this is just new for the show.
I think that it's something that she is, if I remember correctly, it's something that she has always done.
Yeah.
Look, Bronwyn is a very insecure woman, and she really needs validation, and she really needs attention, and it's a way for her to stand out. I don't necessarily think that her marriage is as great as she likes to portray it to be. I just think that there's a lot going on there with her. I like her as a character. You know, I like her.
I like her too because I feel like I feel like she's showing us real things in her life.
Well, that's what she always says, you know, in any commentary that you see her on. She's always like, you know, for better or for worse, I set out when I got the job to actually show everything. It wasn't really, she even admits it wasn't a brilliant idea on her part, but it's just how she's rolling. And she, you know, even though she does shady shit, she always owns up to it, which is a new thing for a housewife.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And the fact that like Todd might turn out to be like a player where like he's like been a big fat cheater, like just blows me away. Because when you see Todd, you don't think player.
No, there's no player vibes going on.
Like I don't see him rolling up in the club, like bringing
No, going to the
game.
club. No.
No. But
I don't see a strong rap.
exactly. But he
Yeah,
must have something.
I don't see strong skills.
No, me neither.
He's not some guy. He's not a guy you're looking to be like, oh, he's got skills.
Right. He
Listen.
must bring something, though. If this is a repetitive thing.
Doe does a lot of things for you.
That's right.
Doe does a lot of things.
That's right.
So then they're in the car, they're driving home, and she's telling him how she's involved with this whole thing with Whitney. And he did really find it funny about her party, though. So I thought that was cute.
Well, I liked when he said, you all need to sit down and apologize because every one of you have probably done something that you need to apologize for to one of the other ones.
Absolutely.
So yeah. I thought that was really brilliant on his part.
Yeah. And then we go to Whitney. Wait, let me say.
Was that her house? Because that was some fucking view, them sitting in that backyard.
Oh, yeah, that was her house. Yeah. That was pretty.
That's a nice view.
Yeah, they must live in like a development where they have like a pond. My friend in South Carolina, a lake. My friend in South Carolina lives in a development like that. So a lot of the houses, their backyards go out onto this pond.
Yeah.
So I don't think I don't think that's her own view. Like she shares that.
Well, yeah, no, it looked like there were other properties surrounding it, but that was really pretty.
Very pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
And, he has that very annoying, like, resting smirk face.
Yes, he does.
I don't like that. That aggravates the shit out of me. Like, I don't think I could ever be married to somebody with a resting smirk face.
Sometimes I think Justin's uncomfortable on camera.
Maybe. I'd always be like, what the fuck are you smirking?
Exactly. What are you fucking smiling about?
Yeah.
Well, especially what she said to him. Mm-hmm. She said there was a large transfer from their bank account from one of their vendors. I mean, are you're mad that he paid somebody you owe money to?
I don't think that's it. I don't think that was it. I think that it wasn't that she didn't feel that they shouldn't pay the people that they need to pay. I think what she meant was seeing that money is just a reminder of the failure of the whole thing.
Okay.
I think that's more.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, I think that's more where she was, going with it. And it's interesting because I don't know if you remember, I think it was last year, there were people from Wild Rose Beauty employees that were saying it was an MLM.
Yeah,
and she denied it.
Yeah.
But it was very pointed that she said MLM on the show, and I don't think Justin was very comfortable with that. So I don't know if Whitney's setting up a divorce. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but I know that that's not something that he would ever want her to say. And the fact that she said it, I was like, okay.
No,
Whitney.
for sure. Because I don't think we knew any of this. So she basically wanted to get her Wild Rose Beauty into Target or Ulta or Sephora. And listen, she very well could have, because those stores, maybe not Sephora, but Ulta for sure, and Target or Walmart, they would carry any housewives beauty products.
Right.
I'm sure. And he talked her into doing an MLM instead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said she trusted him because she felt like that was the first time he believed in her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I get that this is going to affect your marriage.
Right.
For sure.
But listen, the whole thing is, I mean, we're seeing it now with the two of them, and we saw it a couple episodes ago with Lisa and John. Owning a business together.
Yeah.
As a husband and wife, that dynamic is really difficult. I mean, with Lisa and John, we saw how, they were both saying that they've put so much into the business and kind of left their personal relationship on the back burner. And, now Whitney has invested so much of her personal feelings into doing this business with Justin. And now, since it didn't work out, I don't think it could be. I'm sure some of it is Justin's fault, but maybe it was just a bad setup. And maybe whatever company they got involved in, threw out a bunch of flashy numbers and said we could do this and this and this and this. And then when the paperwork was signed,
it involved other things, because she's trying to get Wild
Her
Rose
Rose
back.
Beauty. Right.
So it sounds like it wasn't just Wild Rose Beauty. It
Right.
was more than that.
Right. And maybe they said it was going to be something and then it ended up to not be something. Oh, but you know what I'm saying? Just the whole
Yeah.
setup, the whole premise of doing business with your spouse. I mean, I've been married for how long? 30 years? I think
I'm
30 years.
24.
Yeah, 30 years. I got in a hard enough time just having him be my husband. I can't imagine 30 years and then working with him too. I love him dearly, but no, it's just not. I don't think
Eric
it's
and
a
I could
good
never
mix.
be in business together,
I don't think it's a
ever
good
in a
mix
million years. Never, ever, ever, ever.
because this is the perfect example of what can happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, let's hope for the best for them. I hope she gets Wild Rose Beauty back, though, because
Yeah, it seems like it's very important to her.
exactly, it was her baby.
And so now we go to Heather's house, and I didn't know this was a thing, but my daughter's older, so I guess I don't know.
Yeah. So
But a
our
bed
girl,
party.
they did it for my niece, who's Tessa's age. So I guess it's like,
I didn't know anything about this.
yeah, yeah, it's a bed party, and they,
Never
your
knew.
friends and your family decorate your whole room with the school you're going to. But I
And
think
then
it
you
just,
post it and blah blah blah.
yeah. It's all about posting and getting likes for the parents and the kids. Quite honestly.
Yeah. So this is my first intro to that. Had no idea that this was even a thing. And Heather was talking about how she feels about her, daughters leaving the house. And you know what? Not a big Heather fan, but I give her a lot of kudos for really saying it, because a lot of people want to say that they feel how she feels,
Right.
but instead they code it with, I'm going to miss my baby. And
Right.
what am I going to do with that? But a lot of people, I mean, listen, being a mom it's no joke. And you know how she said how she really felt like she was raising them alone, even when her husband was there. Well, guess what, Heather? Most moms feel that way anyway. Like the amount of responsibility that you take on being responsible for your child as a mother, unless you're a single dad, you're never going to get that. So I don't know.
Typically.
Yeah, I just thought it was a great conversation to be had.
Yeah, no, listen, there's nothing wrong with her feeling the way she feels. Like, I almost feel like Heather feels guilty for feeling that way. Like, don't feel guilty.
I'm sure that she does, because like I said,
I mean, I love my kids, and I honestly, I'm not one who's like, oh, I can't wait until they get the fuck out. But
just wait.
Honestly, like, I don't want to be up at night worrying about where they are when they're coming home.
What
Are
they're
they safe? Am I
doing?
going to get a call?
No,
Like,
no.
it's exhausting, and I get no sleep some nights because of it. I don't know if I'm going to be different when they move out. I mean, I guess if I take the damn life off my phone, I will.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with her feeling that way.
No, I think it's healthy.
Yeah, of course.
Like
Especially because she's single and she wants to meet someone and move on,
Right. Yeah.
I love the next scene with Bronwyn and her mother. That Utah passed a law that pride flags could not be put up in government buildings. So Bronwyn has made it her duty to make sure that every non-government building hangs one, and she goes and offers them a free one and mails them to
I think
them.
that's very nice of her.
I mean, absolutely. I thought that was amazing. And the fact that Muzzy might not, politically agree with her, like what Bronwyn said, but she's there to support her daughter and what her daughter believes in.
Right. So that's nice.
I don't believe what Muzzy believes, obviously. I am pro that community. But if she's helping her daughter, then that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. I love how Muzzy said she said she loves doing crazy things that I wouldn't do on my own.
Yeah.
And that she doesn't worry so much about what people think like she used to.
Yes.
So that, it was not, hey, listen, any positive conversation the two of them can have is definitely a good thing.
Well, yeah. And the fact that she told her that she's been a great mom to Gwen and she should be proud of herself for that. I mean, for her to say that coming from where they were when she got pregnant with Gwen, I mean, that's
huge. And it was definitely I felt like it was really something Bronwyn, you could tell, it's just something that she really needed to hear.
Yeah, she needs to hear a lot from Muzzy. So the more positive things Muzzy can say and do for Bronwyn, the better.
And Muzzy says, I always knew my parents loved me, but I always knew that they expected more. See, now that is a good thing and a bad thing, because it's really good how that kind of parenting has changed. And like our kids, we don't necessarily expect more. Like we're fine with how they are. Like
Yeah,
how you are is fine.
right.
And that's really good. But it can be a double-edged sword. Because sometimes when your kids don't think that you expect more from them, can lead to like a lack of striving,
Yeah.
or kids don't necessarily want approval from their parents. So it's, I don't know, it's just
No,
like
I
a
totally
weird
agree with you.
kind of thing there.
I think it's a very fine line you're walking
It's a
with that.
fine line, right?
For sure.
But you have to do something, because you can't be like Muzzy.
You
Is
can't
very
set no
similar, very
expectations.
similar to Sutton's mom. That very detached,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah. Oh, Sutton's mom was horrible.
Yeah. Well, Muzzy wasn't too far behind her a while
she
ago.
wasn't. She
But
wasn't.
it seems, like as the season is progressing, that they're making progress in their relationship, which
Yeah.
is something certainly it's not often you see progress in relationships attached to a housewife show.
No, you're right.
So
But,
we'll take it.
maybe Bronwyn asked her to come move in with her. Maybe she did this on purpose, like to get closer with her mother. Not to bring up Jersey, but Joe Gorga has said in the past, because, Teresa blames them for joining the show behind her back and not telling her, and then trying to make her look like the bad guy. But Joe Gorga has said in the past, like, I joined the show thinking that it would bring my sister and I closer together. Clearly,
It
that
did
is
not.
not what happened.
That is not what happened. Yeah.
But he did say that. So maybe Bronwyn wanted her mom to move in for more reasons than one. Maybe she figured with cameras, her mom would be forced to talk about things that maybe she wouldn't otherwise talk about.
So that was good. That was a good
Yeah.
scene. And then we go to the spill the tea party that Bronwyn is having.
Lisa and Meredith did not get the memo, because I don't know what the fuck they were wearing, but they did not look like they belonged.
God. Okay, Meredith, I get it that it's your look with the tall boots, but what was that she had
like an
on?
Oompa Loompa. Right? She reminded me of an
Or
Oompa
like,
Loompa.
it looked like, when the adults dress like babies?
Yes, that's what it was.
With the
That's
little
what it
romper
was.
on and the
Yes.
high boots. I was like, what am I watching?
Like a
What am I-
sexy baby? What
Yeah, I was
are
like,
you
what?
doing?
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. And Lisa, come on, you're such a killjoy. You couldn't like participate at all. I mean, I
No,
know you don't
she's-
like Bronwyn, but just
No.
listen, this is your paycheck.
She's not going to do it.
Just work for it just a little.
She's not going to do it. She
Angie
is a
looked
killjoy.
great. Angie looked great as Betsy Ross. I loved it.
Angie always crushes it with that.
Yes, she does.
And Bronwyn, obviously. Even Mary got it. Oh, how funny was Mary, though, when she took out her own. She walked up to the table and she was like, no. And you're thinking, she's not putting on a wig. And then she pulls out her own wig.
Her own wig. It's great. And how about when Meredith and Lisa were on the way over, and Lisa, and they're talking about that Meredith met up with Brittany. And so Meredith says, well, we're going to be cordial and whatever. And Lisa's like, oh, well, that's not going to last long. And how about when the production was doing I'm having a brain fart. When they talked to the women in their house.
Confessional.
They were doing that, and they were asking all the questions about the United States.
My God.
Angie was so funny. She goes, well, they were asking how many senators. And Angie was like, I think there's one in every country and of every state. I was like, oh, Angie, you are so cute. And I love how,
because Bronwyn was the only one who really knew the answers.
She got both answers right. Yeah.
By the way, Tess and Andrew were walking through so I started asking them the questions. Those fuckers, they knew every answer. I'm like,
bet my kid would know too.
Excel nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your daughter would definitely
history major,
know.
forget it. Yeah.
Yes.
She'll probably list them to you. And how about Meredith not knowing that? You're a lawyer.
Please. The Bill of Rights. You don't know what the Bill of Rights was, Meredith?
Amazing.
I thought it was so funny when Bronwyn announced why they were there and she was saying how she was getting her citizenship. Lisa gets all pissed off, like, oh, that's what this is about? She's such an asshole.
She is. I couldn't you send flowers?
Yeah.
So then now they're going to play a game, and games never go well on these
Nope.
shows. Never go well.
Nope.
That you have to write down the tea on your tea packet and then throw it in the harbor. So Angie said she spilled some tea about Lisa not owning a horse. And Lisa's, it's just so, I love when production does this. When she'll say something and she's, oh, I didn't say that. And then production flashes right back to it. And yes,
Her
you
saying it.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did. Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
you did. And then she's always like, gotta like one up it. Oh, well, I think I'm going to get another one.
Yeah, like you bought a horse just so you can have a horse, but now you're going to get another one. Why do you need two horses?
Why?
It's
Yeah,
a valid question that Angie
why does one need two horses?
Like you
For one person.
idiot.
It's craziness. And Brittany, she said she didn't have any spilled tea, but wanted to know who spilled the tea about her and
Joelle.
odd name. And okay, so then we go to the scene where they're trying to figure out, who was talking about Brittany flirting on the boat. And they flash to the scene of Whitney. She's in the bathroom on the yacht in her bikini. And I'm looking and I'm like, what? And I rewind and I stop. I don't know what's going on with her skin on her chest, but I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on?
Well,
What
she's
is going
got
on?
fake boobs. So maybe she's gotten
You
them
can get, like,
redone.
You can
Maybe
get like
there's like
dimpling or something. I don't know
something.
anything about it.
Me neither.
So
I'm assuming that's what it is, though. Maybe she's had them redone, or maybe they're just like puckering because
something.
of
But
so many
this
years.
is right. But this
She's a
is my
beautiful
thing.
girl, but I did notice
Absolutely.
that as well.
But this is my thing about that. Why is production? Wouldn't you be like, let's do it from here up.
Or put
Let's
a
cut
filter
her
on it.
here. Let's cut
Put
her
a filter
here.
on it. You put a filter on. You can't tell
Everything.
me that there's one fucking scene that Lisa doesn't have a filter on. Because I've seen Lisa without filters, and it's not what Lisa looks like on the show.
Right.
So
I'm just
put a
saying.
filter on Whitney too.
Right. I'm just saying, do something. Like,
Yeah.
why would you? I don't know. I just that's how I was feeling about that. Like,
No, I totally agree
you
with
really
you.
could have done
Helped
something
her
about
out.
it. Yeah.
She's a beautiful girl, though, Whitney.
Oh, absolutely.
How about when Brittany said, because Jared and I broke up over it, and Mary's like, oh, God, not Jared again.
Not Jared again. Not Jared again. And then we had Heather did hers about Todd farting. I didn't even understand what was going on with that. I was very confused. But she was.
I guess she's talked about it with other people. So she was spilling the tea about that with other
okay, I
people. And
got it.
Bronwyn was like, Bronwyn shut it down. Like, okay, it's not funny and we're done with that.
Right. Shut the fuck up. And then Bronwyn, I don't know. I was trying to figure this out with her and Whitney. Because the whole point of the thing is, I know Whitney's saying it was a private conversation, but it was on TV.
I have the same thing written down.
It's on TV.
You said it was a private conversation all the while in front of cameras on TV.
On TV, like, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. And then, and then we get to the whole Whitney calling Meredith an alcoholic and a pill popper. I was like,
yeah.
Girl, I don't know that that's really a good idea.
No, it's not.
It's just.
No.
I know where you were trying to go with it, but that was one of those moments where I was like, I know a lot of this is staged and produced, but I don't think she thought that one.
I don't think she did either because
and just did it.
That's slander.
Yeah, it's like.
Because you can hurt her character, you can hurt her businesses, you can cause monetary damage.
Yeah.
So she probably can do. Meredith probably could do something. Although I have heard that recently there was like a new clause in housewives contracts where they can't sue each other. I have heard that. So maybe Whitney was like, "Fuck it, I'm just going to let this rip. Throw this out, see if it sticks.
I'm gonna let it rip."
Exactly.
So, and then Mary's so funny. Is anyone else wearing a girdle?
And by the way, I will figure it out, people. I'm not the biggest Brittany fan, but in her confessional, I'm going to need to know what lipstick she's wearing. Did you see her wearing the bright pink lipstick?
She does wear some good lipsticks.
Beautiful.
She does wear
I'm
some good
gonna
lipsticks.
I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt to find out the Brittany lipstick in her confessional during the tea party scene.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Did she have on the black and white shirt with
I
the face?
believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Whitney goes even further and compares Meredith's behavior to her father's behavior, who we know as an addict from the show. Like, I think she might want to be really careful with this.
Yeah. I mean, I understand what everybody's talking about. Like, I understand what Heather's talking about because of the way that Meredith is acting. It feels like she's trying to gaslight you, which is just a horrible, horrible thing when somebody does that. Like, don't try and make me think that I'm crazy because I was there, I heard, I saw. But like I said, I just think Meredith's she's just not going to say it.
She's never
She's
going
just not
to
going to
admit it.
say it.
She's never going to admit it. And for some reason, production's protecting her, probably because in the same way they're protecting themselves. So at this point, they got to all let it go because it's not going anywhere.
No, it's not going anywhere. And did you clock when Meredith, everybody went around and said, hear ye, because Bronwyn wanted everybody to throw out some kind of resolution for their new founded friendship. When Meredith says, hear ye, she doesn't say ye, Y-E-E. She says G, hear ye.
Meredith said that?
Watch it again.
Sorry. She is dumb.
Hear ye. But, she always has, like, how we're always talking about her speech?
You know what? I take that back. I apologize for saying that. She actually does have a hearing loss and wears hearing aids.
So maybe that's why she was saying that.
Yeah. I apologize for saying that because she does. I believe she does wear hearing aids.
Yeah. So instead of hear ye, she said hear ye.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, we know why. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
But
you take it back.
No, but wait, listen. This is the thing. It's hear ye. Just because you can't hear it.
Hear it that way.
Yeah, because you can't hear it doesn't mean you don't know what it means already. You know it's hear ye. You know it's not hear ye. So don't apologize because you're right.
Right.
I mean, she's not mispronouncing it because she's hearing it's wrong and it's a word she doesn't know. She knows what the word is. Everybody knows hear ye.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Well, then Meredith is calling everyone a liar. And then she denies calling Heather a liar. Like, you just called everybody a liar. And then Heather's like, you called me a liar. And she's like, no, I didn't. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. So on the after show, Meredith said that, they all come up with all these things, talking about the resolutions and the things that they're going to change, but they only apply to themselves, but not to her and Lisa.
I'm so over that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not being held to a higher standard. They're holding themselves to a higher standard.
There you go. And Whitney said she thought her relationships were better after the amendments with Lisa and Meredith. And then production cuts to Meredith and asks the same question. Oh, do you think you have any better relationships with any cast? And Meredith's like, nope. Like, okay, I guess you got that one wrong, Whitney.
Meredith and Lisa, since season 1, have always thought that they were better than the rest of them.
There you go.
They always have had that air about them.
And Bronwyn said something great. She said that this whole thing with this Boston tea spilling party was a historically accurate way for us to be awful to each other.
Yeah, she ain't lying.
Good. And now how about Lisa when what was Meredith with the drug test? I was like, but you're not making any sense because no one's talking about what anybody else is doing. We're talking about what you're doing.
Right. You go take one.
Right. If you wanted to say, okay, girls, I brought a drug test with me. I'm going to go in the bathroom. You can all stand outside and I'll show you the results as soon as I come out. That would make sense. Giving everybody else a drug test and caviar made no sense.
Not at all.
I was like, And Lisa, how about Lisa? I don't do drugs. I've never done a drug. I'm a tequila girl. Girl, alcohol is a tequila.
Is a drug.
I mean, alcohol is a tequila. A drug. What do you think AA is?
Right. Right.
So it was like, I read a quote online, somebody said about the episode, said it was community theater reality show.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
When they sat down, Mary's like, is this a play? Are we in a play?
Are we to play?
I don't know if you heard this. It was kind of all over the internet, but Andy Cohen on his radio station said that Jen Shah is being released from jail, but let me make this very clear. She's not coming back to the Housewives. She's not coming back on. I don't even think she would ever be on Bravo again, he said, but she will not be involved in anything he does. Now, it is very interesting to me that he's taking this stand with her.
Because he said that there's a line. Well, I don't know where that line's been the rest of the time with the rest of the people. I guess you just found a stick to draw the line in the sand because
Exactly. This isn't going to stop.
All right. Well, we're done anyway.
Sorry, we'll have to talk about that next time because I'm not going to stop coughing.
Okay, night-night.
And it's annoying the fuck out of me. I'm sure it's annoying the fuck out of everybody else.
All right. So we'll catch you next time. Please leave us nice reviews.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.